Bat Lady, Bird Lady, and a GPS for corpses drop into barometer. See some dudes, fight some dudes. Have some more things happen? And up on the other side of the map, having to fight a literal uphill battle and make a nice design based on it. I'm Tox, and this is what happened. So we kinda noticed some people dropped here with us. Thankfully, we scared them off fairly quickly, but we were also kinda bloodthirsty, so we chased after them. Thing is, they were nowhere to be seen. Oh, where are you at? As we started rotating, they kinda just appeared in front of us. The next thing was also kinda far. Anyways, after getting a peek, we started pushing them. Oh my god, he's like 1 health. At which point he gets 100% dodge sense and I miss all of my shots. Definitely not skill issue. There's me and we get moving. I hear gunshots to my right and devise the biggest brain of plans. But before I tell you about this plan, let's take a graphic design break. Going into this, I knew I wanted to have all of our team in the design, so I started by importing screenshots of every member. And then I pretend I'm organized by putting all of them into a group, only to pull them out a few seconds later. I mess around with the threshold for a bit, see if it gives us any cool effects, but it's too clean for what I'm looking for. So I do a pro gamer move and add a noise filter on top of it and mess with the threshold after, giving us this nice texture on the character that I can then copy into the others. I then make 3 boxes that I can use as a clipping mask to make portraits out of each one. And then I group them again and plop them off to the side for now, because we have to get back to the plan. Cut them off at the only point they can enter the ring from. I'm going to set up in bunker. You know. Okay, 1 down. And this is the part where I for sure did not die again. Haha. Gotta move, gotta move, gotta move, gotta move, gotta move, 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 move. Bum, bada, bum, bada, bum, 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 bada, bum, bum, bum. Those were a lot of suspicious sounds. Yeah, they're there. But there's more people down that way. Probably went around like there, so we gotta deal with that first. There's only 2 of them. Valkyrie used up ultimate. Oh no, I can't hit the tree! George of the jungle moment right there. That. I have no idea how many squads there were, like they just kept on coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and funny, ha 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 ha. There's like 3 squads all around us and now they killed Valkyrie, so let's go back to graphic design, where I mess around with the colors a bit. I then take a page from Elliot is a Cool Guy's book and apply a radial halftone pattern on the entire image, play around with blending modes a bit and crash Photoshop, restart, try again, crash again. That was pretty annoying. So anyways, I settle an overlay and then proceed to move around the portraits a bit. Also become very indecisive on whether I like them big or small. Small, big, 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 small. I ended up compromising at the middle because I honestly still have no idea what I like more. Anyway, I brought in an inky poster texture from a texture folder because I thought it looked neat. I then removed the sky background because I wanted to put text behind objects there and had a very happy accident. That looks sick in and of itself. That's not what I expected to happen. You know what else I didn't expect happening? Getting out of that situation. Let's go back. Suppressive fire. Safe. So we somehow managed to call them back. Valkyrie was now healing. We should be able to fly. Us, however, want to take the high ground. That's gonna block us off from flying though. The ring was pretty far and we already had people on us. Scoot and boot, scoot and boot, scoot and boot, scoot and boot. It's like 2 squads behind us. 3 is us. 4 is that. Where's 5, 6, and 8? Oh, and 7. We start moving up the hill because, as I say in the moment, we do not want to get flanked. Whoosh. So 1, 2, 3 in the thing. We make our way up as best as we can, but the squad holding the top has the upper hand. It's also like the amount of people behind down there. By that point, the people at the bottom were pushing, so I put my bat up top and get ready to fight. Maybe the middle of the mountain is actually better than the top. That for sure has to hit, come on. I'm very worried about the top. And you should be! If they pushed, we would probably be dead! Well, we got the team at the bottom, but now we had to fight our way back to the top. Those guys have the best position. There's only 2 of them though. Oh wait, I don't have any bats. Oh no. As we move on to the final battle, we gotta take a graphic design break, where I decide what the hero text is gonna be. The Battle of High Point just doesn't sound interesting. I end up calling it just High Point, make it real tall, because it's high, ha 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 ha, and then adding like high tension after that, because what you're gonna see after this portion is gonna be... definitely something. I think that looks better. Anyways, I was struggling to find out a way to make High Point interesting as a text. I just tried a bunch of stuff, honestly, but eventually gave up and came back to it later. I also wanted to include our journey, so I started working on that instead. Oh my god, finding a font for this thing was absolute pain. I found a sell-on one called Zeros on Slide, and I decided to put the journey at the top of the screen. Just how the enemies were at the top of the hill. Let's go see how that turned out. It's gonna be very stupid, but it's gonna be legendary if it works. Hey, at least you didn't die this time. But it did lead us to the answer of how we would deal with the guys at the top. We would hide under their nose, under their roof. Actually saving my life here. We had a somewhat safe location, and there were still 3 squads left. One on the roof, did they find the rat? And one just down there. Oh, right there apparently, okay. Man, I want to make it dramatic and all. For sure we have to kill the rat first. It would not be a surprise to me if like both teams just like kinda decided to get the rat dead first. While we were having a cold war with the team right on the other side of the roof, we were both hunting for that second place. There we go. And with the rat of the picture, it was time for the final battle. But I gotta ask you to subscribe first. Did you think I was gonna put a cliffhanger here? Every time we try to pick, you would get sorted. No, they're not gonna allow us to do that. We then started repositioning to a less good position, but one that would allow us to shoot back at them. That crack was huge, and I had to push it. Something that would probably be not a good idea in the long run. Yeah, I died again. Did that stop him from shielding too much though? Probably not. Oh, we got a knock. And as Sass pushes to the top, nothing much happens yet. Wait for it. Let's go! This absolute mad lad actually got them with the snare, and he will forever be immortalized in this design right here. Let's finish it. I basically wrote some fluff text to make it a bit more interesting, revisited High Point to make it look better with the whole design in mind, but still felt a little bit incomplete. I was wondering if I should add some elements onto the left, and I tried to experiment with a column, but ended up doing these little circles instead. I then put my logo on one, my name on the other, the date without separation because it looks fancier, and I couldn't think of anything for the fourth one, so I just kinda deleted it. After that it was off to the final touches, which were just a bit of color correction, and I also plopped another poster text on top. And here it is! High tension, High Point. I had a lot of fun making this. Please tell me what you think about it in the comments down below. See ya!